Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. Still feeling a bit off. I blame daylight savings. Alright, so there's a button over there.
I've spotted something.
Hey, a button over here.
Still sounds stuck. Must be more to it. I've spotted something. Ah, success!
Alright, so first part, you just need to find both buttons, which, if you have plenty of wits, you can generally find everything you need. And this next part, you can already see I already revealed them. There's 3 hidden levers that can only be revealed with Spirit Vision. This threw me off quite a bit back in the back in my other save.
Oh, it's shut tight.
Alright. And in here we have...
No, the door!
Okay. What we can do here is we can send Losa in here. And this ends up getting illuminated when you're stepped on that button. And if you recall, we had this fancy little information from somewhere. Was it All in the Family? Yes. 213. So...
Maybe this one. What did that do? Hear that? It did something.
Alright. So first one floods it, second one does electricity, and then the third one does fire. But if you do the right combination, it makes holy fire. And that slides open that hatch, and then we can head on in.
What a shame. All this wealth's just going to waste.
Alright. We found the Surrey family crypt. We should look inside for Johanna Surrey's tomb. Of course, a spear right there, and you can see there's a bunch of clay sentinels.
Unlike so many other spirits, this one is hardly silent. She clicks and squawks the moment you approach her, like a cornered crow facing down a hungry owl.
Are you the new servant, then? A pity. Seems the standard is plummeting quickly. You brought my tea, have you?
Play along with her and hold out an imaginary cup of tea.
The spirit takes the invisible cup from you and takes a sip of non-existent liquid.
I've tasted better brews, but from the look of you, the refreshments won't be improving.
She waits a moment.
You expecting a tip? Well, here's one. Soap. Use it.
Alright, keep your irritation to yourself and bow politely. What's this heirloom of hers you've heard about?
That old thing. It was passed to me by my father, Johannius. And my father's father, Johannius. And my father's 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 father, Johannius. Don't know what happened to the one in the middle. Don't rightfully know what it's supposed to do. Johannius the umpteenth brought it back from Blood Moon Island. I thought it might be good for stirring stew, but the cook gave it back. Said it made her feel funny. Whatever that... Mama cannot forget good.
The spirit stands there smiling, as if she hadn't just uttered the words of demons. Luckily, you understood them. Anathema seeks blood.
Tell her you'll bring a better cup of tea if she explains what just happened.
What just happened? You mean my display of proper posture and etiquette? The benefits of charm school, I don't expect you'd qualify.
You've had enough of this.
Hurry back. The eyebrows still need plucking.
Alright. So, apparently, whatever this heirloom is, they got from Blood Moon, which is, of course, the demon area. Gold, gold, gold. Come on, there we go. Brittle spear. It's unrepairable and brittle, which means once it breaks, it breaks. It only has 1 durability as well. Not exactly a great thing. Also, the sarcophagi, like the one that was cursed with petrification, if you don't have a strength user, you pretty much need to like stack up like a whole bunch of buffs in order to get it open. I had to drink, I think, a potion and do a whole bunch of other junk to actually get mine open. But that was before Encourage got the buff through the patch. Unusual artifact. An odd crystalline and apparently sentient object pulsating with eldritch energy.
You feel the unusual object's vast energy before your hand even touches its smooth surface. Upon contact, the semi-transparent artifact shivers and speaks. You know this language. It is an archaic tongue spoken only by demons for untold eons.
When as one, I am slayer of sin and the bane of the living. Restore my twin, make me whole. In archive of old the blade resides, an isle of blood where demons abide.
Repeat the words the spirit spoke.
The object speaks once more, and you consider your fortune in understanding its demonic monologue.
I'm demon true, taken to Isle of Vaults, exorcised from host most dear. The priest, Surrey by name, confined my soul to blade of glass and bone, then split in twain when madness boiled his blood. Anathema, I'm called, but only halves before you. In archives rest the blade. The path is marked. Now on to Isle embark.
The heirloom is silent once more.
Look more closely at the item.
The oblong object is crystal clear and unmarked by marks or chips. It rests snugly in your palm, as if meant to be gripped with a resolute hand.
Ask the item to explain itself. What else can it tell you?
The object repeats its cryptic remarks.
Alright. Alright, we found a strange object in the Surrey family crypt. Perhaps this is the artifact that Tarquin seeks. We have learned the location of the entrance to the archives on Blood Moon Island. Somewhere inside, we should be able to find the other half of Anathema. So we could turn in the item that we have if we want to, but I'm probably just going to wait until I grab both the other half, since he's going to be asking for it anyway.
What the hell? We're trapped.
Alright, let's have some fun. So yeah, you can actually break these statues ahead of time, and that would actually save you a lot of trouble. I see, so that's all blocked. Alright, more fun.
Prepare yourself. Bring the Reaper for me.
Oh, interesting. Last time I did this, I just used explosive arrows and killed everything. Like, even before they got in action. Has a lot of actions. This might take a bit. Wow, this actually is somewhat dangerous. I'm actually gonna die from this. Yeah, I might actually die from this. Yeah, especially when you get critted. Okay, well, I'm alive, somehow. Yeah, that's 2 down. Okay, that should take care of the resurrections. Why does it say too far? A little annoying that it does that. Apparently I missed with one, that's great. Alright. First time for everything, actually used potion. Apparently I'm not in water because of blood. Good times. Okay. Takes care of them. How much would this do? Okay, that'll probably end up killing her. Trying to see what my options are. Pretty sure they're all immune to Earth. Yeah, they get healed by Earth. Alright then. I do this, but that will hit an ally. Or I can shoot across here. Or I can use explosive arrows. Apparently I missed one. Alright, this was a messier fight than I expected. Alright. No, 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 no! Stop. Thank you.
They're dead. Well, more dead.
Pretty sure none of these are going to have anything of use. We'll check the one over there, and then I'm probably just going to head out. Okay. We got what we needed. Let's get out of here. That could have actually been ugly. Yeah, they don't have very much HP, but, you know, getting hit with, 12 attackers can,
This thing speaks to me. But what is it trying to say?
whatever it is, there's powerful magic within. We must unlock its secrets.
It has a nice rhythm to it, doesn't it? Kind of like a song. Beautiful language.
Alright. So, that takes care of that junk. Alright, give me one moment. Okay.
The chest before you. You hear a deep rumbling from inside. The chest responds with more.
Nope, nothing. Okay. Actually, Losa, take a look at the box.
The chest before you. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense.
Demand that the chest opens in the name of the gods.
The chest's chatter gets louder and the chest before you is covered in. You hear a deep rumbling from
And the
inside
chest open in the name of the
chest.
divine.
The chest's chatter get. The chest before you. You hear a deep.
Yell it and
rumbling
give it a
from
solid
inside
kick.
the chest. You hear a quiet hissing chuckle from the chest as you hop about holding your foot. It's tougher than it looks.
Alright. There's a couple. I didn't really mess with the tree over here. Some source, so I'm just gonna go ahead and yank that.
Come down, Godwoken! Come, decay!
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain.
Okay. Never had that happen before.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promise you, decay.
Ask if he's alright, apart from being dead, obviously.
I decay. But if I serve, I grow again. I shall serve him. You must die.
Ask who he might be.
He is my friend. He is your king. He wants your decay.
Alright, good. Glad I can... Yeah, actually, I did not even... This was the first time I've actually done Spirit Sight down here, and didn't expect that to happen, of all things. Okay, well, since I can just do this... Just buff you up. Alright. So, bunch of bad things, and of course this guy who's level 11. So he would be dangerous, but he's not. Poison aura. Long ago, Galen's blood turned to sap, but his mind was tortured by grief and resentment, and the sap turned to poison. And that's a soulbound. Okay, so as long as I kill the leader, it should probably be fine. So we don't have to fight all of these, they're just minions. Alright, that's what I wanted. Alright. And of course I would be poisoned, but I have magic armor up.
Did she say anathema?
Donna Doromora. Alright, so that was neat. Donna Doromora is intelligence-based, which I'm pretty sure I already have much better armor at this point. I do. But it does have bone cage and a whole lot of nice stats on it. It's actually pretty handy. Alright, we'll identify the rest of the stuff, though I don't expect much out of it. Book of Infect. I do kind of want to make a group that actually uses necromancy. Like do an all armor damage based group, since you can actually have necromancy does armor based damage. It could be interesting, but anyway. Alright, so anything else of note around here? Just kind of looking around. I did see that, of course, the trunk.
The tree sits lifeless now, bereft of memory, its source gone forever. Dead wood now, it shall fade into the past.
Alright, did I actually get any... No information.
The tree sits lifeless now, bereft of memory, its source gone forever. Dead wood now, it shall fade into the past.
Alright. Okay, I never had that happen before. That was the first time I ever attempted to do Spirit Sight, and apparently that sucks you into the earth. Alright, I'll do the graveyard in a bit. Or, I say graveyard as if we haven't been there already. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more. I'm gonna walk around and see if I can open some of these locks. Oh yeah, down here if you want to do the riddle, it's one of these graves. I'm not gonna worry about it. And if you need to, this is another way to get into that town area. Okay, that door's open. That's what threw me off. I thought it was closed. It was closed, but apparently the camera told me otherwise. Anyway, let's go up this way.
It's rare to see her likeness outside of the dwarven halls. Fierce and feminine, an age-old symbol of dwarven womanhood. The dwarven dead, left to the birds to pick apart.
We are an inspiration to our people.
Not inspiration, we're an example!
The spirit is dressed in tattered ceremonial garb. Eagle feathers tangle in his beard, and bird droppings decorate his robes. He surveys the circling flock with evident satisfaction.
This is also the first time I've used Spirit Sight in this area, so... I just went up here and grabbed, like, some stuff, and that was about it.
We were picked up by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
Apparently you're not talking. Prime among the flock, you won't leave my body till not remains but bleached bone. So if the eagle looks more hungry than dutiful. No ordinary hunger, but a trained hunger. Watch. See him separate spleen from marrow? Just so. Ask him if it hurts to see his liver being clawed apart. Hurts, my dear girl? No. All I feel is pride. My featherfall knows just how to slice and just what's true. He eats to free me, to free the spirit from its earthly ties. With each peck, I am closer to the Hall of Echoes. Alright, whatever floats your boat, man.
We are an inspiration to our people.
2 dwarven spirits at loggerheads.
Reach into the argument.
In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the Royal Guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die. But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong.
Sided with the sister, you have to stand up for what you believe in.
The sister smiles. She feels vindicated. Her brother still does not agree. The rebellion was a disaster. The rebellion was a mistake that cost them their lives.
I'll leave them be.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak.
Looks more like a vulture than an eagle.
There was no glory and no point to it either.
You watch yourself. There's a voice whispering promises to the dead around here. Word is that they'll be walking about with flesh on their bones again if they send you to the Hall of Echoes.
What did you do? Ask why anyone would want you dead.
You're God-woken, ain't you? You've a certain something about your aura. Don't ask me why. But someone out there's got it in for you and everyone like you.
Watching the birds pick your body clean is almost soothing. At least you know you're doing some good for a creature. And it means that elf ain't getting his claws on my corpse.
Shoot a curious glance. An elf is after her body?
Not mine specifically, but he creeps from grave to sepulchre, taking what he wants. Whatever he wants.
A grim expression passes across her face as she looks out over the graveyard.
The dead don't rest easy in this garden. Not by half.
Ask the spirit who this elf is.
He lives in the big house by the gate. I ain't about to wander up and ask for a name, mind you. The less I see of him, the happier I'll rest.
Okay.
We were picked up by spies.
Alright, so that takes care of that. So I guess it's time to go say hi to Riker, maybe? Possibly? Should be easy to get through the door. Because, well, actually, no, not Riker yet. We actually need to go over here.
This part is gated off from the rest. Whoever is buried here must have been important.
Here rests the elven hero Halla. He served Lucian the Divine with great vigor and defended the farmers who feed Reaper's Coast against pitiless bandits. The implements of his heroism shall rest at the site of his victory.
Hero's Rest. We have discovered a cache of valuables near the oil fields, which we already grabbed, that belonged to Vidya. We found the burial grounds of some heroes from days past. Perhaps they have valuables that could serve heroes of the present. We have learned that valuables once belonging to the dead hero Halla are buried in the farmland of Reaper's Coast. We should check out our map.
Here rests the human hero Garrick. He served Lucian the Divine with immense skill and slew the necromancers who preyed upon the dead of Stone Garden Cemetery. The implements of his heroism shall rest at the site of his victory.
We have learned that valuables once belonging to the dead hero Garrick are buried in the Stone Garden Cemetery. We should consult our map.
Here rests the lizard hero Vidya. She served Lucian the Divine with great dignity and vanquished the strange beasts that arose from the primordial caverns of Reaper's Coast. The implements of her heroism shall rest at the site of her victory.
Didn't trigger anything. Probably because I already found it.
Here rests the dwarven hero Bromley. She served Lucian the Divine with honor and cast out the demons that plagued the great woodlands. The implements of her heroism shall rest at the site of her victory. Suddenly, the earth churns and buckles upwards in several places. Some things are trying to rise to the surface.
Godwoken! You must fall! The God King demands it!
Now we do this.
You must fall, so that we may rise.
Let your blood quench our roots, so we may grow.
The covenant shall be fulfilled.
Alright. All in the family. We learned the location of the entrance to the archives on Blood Moon Island. Somewhere inside we should be able to find the other half of Anathema. And what was it? Hero's Rest. The four heroes awoke from the graves and attacked us. They claimed to know we're Godwoken and claimed that something called the Covenant would be fulfilled. We have learned that valuables once belonging to the dead hero Bromley are buried somewhere in the woodlands. The trees may be gone, but the treasure may remain. We ought to check our map. Okay. So I'm all hasted up and ready to go. These guys are level 11. They're all sworn, whatever that means. Sworn to the God King. That's another reference to the God King. And who's... Okay, Garrick is going to go next. Can I hit them both from here? Yes, I can. Alright, killed those two, now two more appear. And these ones are much stronger. One down. Two down. Don't really have a way of closing the distance. Get them both? No. Alright, so takes care of that.
I loved your mortal weapons.
These were heroes? What happened to them? And what's this covenant?
The heroes of Driftwood lie at your feet, dead for good this time.
They were heroes, supposedly. If they could be corrupted, maybe we can too.
Whoever is behind all this will have to try harder if they want to stop us.
I agree. Alright, let's identify a bunch of junk. And I definitely mean junk. This is all like level 11 stuff. Alright. Okay, let's move on out of here. Alright, I believe our next stop is going to be... So I figure out where I am on the freaking map. Over here. Probably another level 11 ring. Yep. All the crates and stuff have levels to them, so the level the level of the item that you usually find is based off that. All right, that looks like some fun stuff here. I want to handle this. There's a way to like disable these things, but I could never get it to work the way I want it to. Metamorphosis from Hubert's extensive encyclopedia series. I think I've read this though. Yep, we've read it before. Where's my pyramid? There it is. Thank you. I already revealed the spirits, but go ahead and pop that real quick.
As you reach to push open the heavy door, the coils and whirls of engraved wood dance into a new pattern. The semblance of a face arises, a face that seems to look right through you.
Why are you here? Tell me, and mind that you tell me true.
Say, that's a very good question. Why are any of us here? Really, when you get right down to it.
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the screech of an eagle. Worryingly closer, you hear some kind of a moan. Time passes. At last, the lips on the door creak open, and the door speaks.
Leave.
The face melts back into the wood of the door, and the whirls swirl back into a floral pattern. No amount of pushing can budge the door one crumb. No sound can be heard from within. As you approach the door again, the face composes itself once more from the shifting wood. It seems to sneer at you, though that could be no more than a knot in the wood above its temporary lip.
Are you ready to tell the truth this time?
I did say the truth.
Why are you here? Tell me, and mind that you tell me true.
Tell the door that you're God-woken. You come seeking knowledge.
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the screech of an eagle. Worryingly closer, you hear some kind of a moan. Time passes. At last, the lips on the door creak open, and the door speaks.
Enter.
The face melts back into the wood of the door, and the whirls swirl back into a floral pattern. A loud metallic click can be heard from deep within.
Looks like I found Riker's place. Here's hoping for a warm welcome.
Didn't realize that's a thing. So this is Riker, level 12.
A visitor? Such a rare and exquisite pleasure.
And he's an elf, so I believe that's the person that's been messing with the spirits. Tremor grenade, grab that. All that. Sell that and that. What else can we get rid of? Anything else I really want from this? Nope. Take all of that then.
The elf tilts his head backwards, but his squinted eyes don't stray from yours.
Call me Riker. Please, do avail yourself of my creature comforts. You've surely come a long way.
Note his mass servants. Who are they?
He grins and waves his hand dismissively.
Nothing to be concerned with, I assure you. Mere husks. I enjoy living grandly. I know these aren't ordinary servants, but I prefer the extraordinary. There is no pleasure in mediocrity, don't you agree, Godwoken?
Nod slowly. How did he know you were Godwoken?
Don't be so naive. My doors only open on the occasion of truth. What you admit to them, you admit to me. I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and hums.
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely fair exchange between sorcerers.
Ask what he wants from you.
You must go to the Black Pits. There's a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone tablet of considerable value.
He points to the location on your map.
Bring it to me.
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel your god's presence. You hear no words, yet understand. It's imperative you accept Riker's bargain. The episode passes. Riker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
We already have it. Show Riker the tablet you found. Is this what he was looking for?
How marvelous.
Riker's lips tremble impatiently as his eyes dart to your pack.
Show it to me.
Insist he fill his part of the bargain first. He'll see the tablet after he teaches you of Source.
He considers you for a moment.
Very well.
Now, if you didn't have the tablet and you left to go get it, when you come back, there'll be a letter that just says, "Hey, I'm in the basement. Come meet me there." But in this case...
Riker closes his eyes and spreads his arms, then begins to recite a vivid incantation.
I call to the souls of the dead. Your remains, the stone garden's eternal burden, descend from the hall. Surrender your source to the vessel before me.
The man he stopped the ritual, this potential power isn't worth a massive soul sacrifice.
Riker's voice grows even louder, drowning your words in a deluge of his own.
Swan and Rince, Crossley and Locke, Quincy, Keller, Harkwood, Haran. An essence yours no longer. Souls and source come forth.
Alright, cut the ritual short and unsheath your weapon. You will not let yourself benefit from these spirits' suffering.
Your body convulses with your god's displeasure. Your head pounds, your bones ache. Riker's smile widens at the sight of your agony.
So this is how your path to divinity ends, is it? No matter. I've kept my promise. But there is another bargain I must fulfill. A shame it has to be this way. I was just getting fond of you.
Alright, so we actually... So yeah, if you end up, I believe if you end up letting him complete the ritual, he pretty much just combines all the spirits and kind of just devours them all, or gives them all to you, or something like that. And that gets you a source point. But that's what I did with the my personal save. This save, I'm going to be doing something different. I haven't cut out all my ties yet. There are 2 other ways for me to get a source point that hopefully won't screw me over. Anyway, let's get right to this, shall we?
This won't be the first double cross. I'm a wanted woman.
The spirit's lips curl into a sneer.
Don't look so pleased with yourself. You're too quick to act, too green still. Mastery was there for the taking, yet you refused it. I've nothing left to show you, and nothing left to say. Take what you must from my home, but my memories and masteries, they remain with me.
His sneer is now a gash, wide and gruesome. You can barely believe one spirit could harbor so much contempt.
Insist he wiped that sneer off his face and tell you what's really going on.
His face only contorts further, a testament to his unmitigated contempt.
Focus on the greenish hue. Perhaps you can see within him.
Tendrils of source snake from you to him, and from him to you. Your mind leaps from one of Riker's memories to the next. You struggle to control the visions as they rush past your inner eye. The graveyard. You look down at your mangled hand, then towards a shimmering spirit standing ahead. A feast awaits.
Hold tight to this memory just a moment longer.
You reach out your gnarled hand. The victimized spirit writhes in agony as you siphon its source into your failing body. Your hand straightens before your very eyes. The wrinkles smooth and the age spots fade. The pulsing blue veins that once crisscrossed are now unseen, hidden under newly taut skin.
Try to keep steady. You want to see more of this memory.
Your efforts are useless. Your hold on Riker's spirit has weakened, and a final vision crashes into view. You slip on your spectacles and hold the parchment to your eyes. As the script comes into focus, you see the words Black Ring near the bottom, and you are thrust into the reality to become fully you.
There is but one promise I have ever regretted making. One deal I have ever sought to break. That tablet, the template to the Sworn Breaker. It was the key to my freedom. Alas, I remain sworn. Yet, I take some comfort in knowing that the Black Ring comes for you, Godwoken. The lone wolves will collect on their contract.
Demand to know what about this promise.
You couldn't imagine it possible, but the spirit's scorn only grows. Riker may be silent, but his feelings are hardly secret.
Bye-bye. Suck the spirit out. Kill him.
The spirit offers no resistance, but instead spreads his arms as if to welcome his fate. The pained spirit moans in fits and starts. It speaks no words, but no matter. Its contorted face betrays the torture it endures.
All
I've
right.
spotted something.
Yep, there's the secret passage there. Yeah, Spirit of the Pianist. Alright, well, we'll come back. Oh, forgot these bodies. There's tons of stuff we need to loot, but we'll probably have to wait until... Well, we could probably get some of it started, but it's going to take a while. I already know Earthquake. Level 12 helmet. Ring of Fate. Oh, well there you go. Oh wait, there's the other items. I was wondering what happened to all of it. The wall, which is actually a decent shield, if you actually use shields. Alright. Don't suppose that helmet's an upgrade. Nope, just a... It's the same level, but weaker. How am I doing inventory-wise? Okay, plenty of space. But yeah, if you let him do the ritual, you kill all the spirits in the area. Ah. There you are. You're kind of...
She hums quietly. The notes move in rhythm with her wandering eyes.
Inform her that Riker can't hurt her or anyone else. Not anymore. The servants are free.
The lizard pauses, and a smile crosses her face.
Me belongs to me. Servants belong to the hall. That's the way I like it.
Her hum returns, soft at first, then blossoming into a full-fledged hymn.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept.
Quest completed. Just grab that. Alright, quest completed. Alright, back to looting. I'll just grab all that. Yoink. Have to go all the way around just to grab it.
The stag trophy stares outward with dull glass eyes, inscrutable and a little disquieting.
Touch the trophy.
A faint breath of chill air brushes the back of your neck. The gentle scrape of a sound, a foot or a hoof, dragging across a floorboard perhaps.
Oh, hello.
The ghostly stag directs a mournful bellow at you.
Take your leave. Can't talk to animals. And no, I'm still not going to pick up Pet Pal. In fact, in all my playthroughs, I have yet to actually pick up Pet Pal. There's enough stuff to do. Last thing I need to do is start talking to animals. Okay. Fortunately, all the stuff I'm going to be picking up is going to be kind of just junk.
Do not ascend. The web of despair awaits.
Cherry necklace, just magic. Alright. Let's head over here first.
Interesting. This is quite the antiques collection. Unusual relic indeed.
little hard to click some of these things. But yeah, we still have a deal with Lohar to kill some demons, and that will get us potentially our the last source point we need. You can do all the tasks, but you only get up to 3 source points, and then the rest just give you extra skill books, which honestly I don't care about skill books. I already have all the skills I need. Yeah, pretty much all the skill books are kind of front-loaded in this game. Anyway, Essence of Existence Volume 1. The Essence of Existence Volume 1. There are some that seek pain, believing that only in suffering can we come close to the gods. The elves wallow in the deepest of wounds, reliving the pain of wars long past and the belief that they can avoid wrongdoings yet to come. Yet history proves that we are destined to repeat the same errors. What good is a lesson learned if we choose to ignore it? True meaning is not found in pain. Instead, the gods demand we end life's tumult in the pursuit of pleasure of mind, the body, and the soul. Green stone. When I was a little boy in the deserts of Mezd, I spent a lot of my time wandering around alone. Once I found a pebble, small and bright and green, like a fierce eye. I never saw a pebble like it before or since, though I've seen its colors in the collars we clamp on sorcerers. I brought my pebble home and showed it to my grandfather. He was a paladin, but very old. He said to me, "Now that is something, young one. That is a completely new kind of matter entirely." His eyes glittered with zeal as he found a way to expand my discovery into a sermon on the void and its seductive evil, as usual. A wiser child would have cottoned onto the fact that one could often trust the first thing out of a grandfather's mouth. The thing said before any filter kicked in, but the second thing, the lecture pieced together by a fraying mind, those words could be disregarded. No matter, the seed of discovery was planted. I cherished that pebble, through childhood and adolescence into the divine order and the life of a soldier. It stayed with me always and gave me hope when there was none to be had from the world. It reassured me that I was special. Riker, the contract is mine. I will pay you an execution fee of 25% if you take out any of the marks, but do not presume to go over my head. Roost. Sevens of the Stone Garden. I don't know if we've read that one before. Few may hear the calls of the long dead, but for those of particular nature, the dead are as loquacious as the living. Yep, we've read this before. That's fine. Alright, Riker's Rest Private Chambers.
No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism. Interesting. I'll give it that. I smell sauce in the air. And something else, too. Something rancid.
Alright, well, we'll explore this. That door that has no keyhole, I never did find a way to get through it on my other save, so we'll see if we can make any progress this time. Anyway, I am The Depressed Eeyore, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.